Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day wherever they are. Today I'm going to be talking about what would happen if the J.D. Vance became president of the United States and about that. He was born James David Vance, August 2nd, 1984. He's a Republican Party representative, predecessor, Carlina Harris, and he was born in Ohio. He's 41. He's in Leo, August 2nd, 1984. He's that young. He's a Republican. He's been married to Usher 2014, and has 3 children. And I'm gonna do a reading on his life. Please tell me about J.D. Vance. Please tell us about J.D. Vance. Please tell me about J.D. Vance. Please tell me about J.D. Vance, about his life. Please tell me about J.D. Vance, the Vice President. 4 cards in the past. I'm going to do his past. Tell me about J.D. Vance in the past. He had self-limited beliefs because, he had to look out for himself because of Trump running for president and becoming president. So he had to take over, and he has limited talk in the past to speak because he's a vice president. He doesn't have much say in it than the other, and he wanted freedom. It shows him the person was tied up. He wants freedom. He wants to be able to do his own thing and not listening to Trump because he doesn't like Trump. So this is the past. So I'm going to look that up. Also, he wants new projects. He has better ideas. He wants, to get along with people in the war and, in Congress, and he wants new opportunities of growth. He wants to be a better, he thinks he would be a better president or vice president, and he urges to create. He doesn't like the way things are going right now in the world. He wants to make things better. He wants to make the place a better place, not like Trump. And he wants to be positive. He wants to be positive. He wants to be happy. He wants to find joy in the celebration and wealth. He wants to make money and also be happy being in the White House, if he would be in the White House. And it would be a lot of work, though, if he was in the past, him being the vice president. It's a lot of work, have to put in the hours, in the time, and don't get a chance to always see your kids growing up, if you have kids, and see your wife and your family and your in-laws and your friends. So he has to put in the hours and the time to be a vice president. So yeah, and also I'm going to look up, is he had limited beliefs? Like, is he going to be the type of person that he has to be quiet, and he in the present he feels like he has to be quiet because of Trump? Please tell me, is it because he feels like he's in the back shadow of Trump, and he wants to speak up? Please tell me, does he want to speak up? Does he feel sad and upset? Does he feel like he's in the back corner of Trump's pocket, and doesn't like the way things are turning out? Please. Is he not happy with Trump? He doesn't feel loved by Trump. JD does not feel like Trump cares a damn about him. I say sometimes, I swear. So he definitely thinks that Trump doesn't like him, and he wants to be connected to his family and his friends, like I said. And he wants a better connection with the with the president and his family and his friends and his loved ones. He doesn't like how it's going in the office. And also this disharmony in the White House. He's not happy being there, people running it. He feels sad and depressed. He thinks he's not doing a good job, Trump, at the present time. I feel like he feels so angry. He feels so drained and angry about what's going on. He feels like this group conflict, he's not getting along with Trump. Trump's health is getting worse. I feel like that. There's a group conflict. Like, he can't get along with Trump. Trump is saying things that he doesn't agree with. He thinks they're totally bogus and not working out. So he feels like there's no teamwork. Joe Biden feels there's no teamwork with Trump and the people he's with. He feels no teamwork. Like, he's on his own. He feels like there's no teamwork. Like, he's out, and he wants courage. JD wants to be able to do his own thing and last stand. He feels worried. He's tired and exhausted about always worrying about Trump and what he's saying and what he's doing. He's tired. He's drained. He's upset. He wants to put boundaries on what Trump can say. He doesn't like what Trump is saying. He wants to put boundaries and say enough is enough. Stop saying things that are making you look bad, because it's going to come and bite me in the ass. There's going to be fast. There's going to be actions that's going to change. I think people are going to wake up and smell the cappuccino or the roses and find out what's really going to be coming up with Trump. People are going to find out, and he's going to have to make a decision quickly, sooner or later, because his health is going bad. So JD knows that's something. I'm going to look up. Does JD know that Trump days are numbered with his health? Does JD know that his days are numbered? That Trump's days are numbered with his health? Please tell me. Does JD know that Trump's health is getting worse and his days are numbered and he'll probably be in the office? Please tell me. Does JD know that his health is getting Trump's health is getting worse? His health is getting worse. Yep. Does he know, like, oh God, his health is getting worse? I'm going to take 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see. Does JD, sorry. Does JD know that Trump's health is getting worse? Please tell me, is his health... Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh my God. All right. He wants to be enthusiastic and happy about him being with Trump. He wants to be happy. He wants to think positive about Trump and how things are going. He wants to be positive. He wants to be happy in a relationship with Trump. He doesn't want to be negative. He wants to be positive. He doesn't want to be negative. He doesn't want to feel like, oh God, this relationship is sucking. JD wants to think the best of Trump, not the worst. Yeah, he wants to. And he wants to be a social butterfly. JD wants to be the man of the people. Since he knows that Trump's health is deteriorating. So yeah, he knows that Trump's health is deteriorating. Yes, it says yes. He knows that his health is going down the tubes, so to speak, and he's enthusiastic that he could be the president of the United States. That's what it says. Entertainment purposes. He's enthusiastic that he could be the President of the United States, if that's time. I'll look that up. He's going to be the next one. And there's upheaval, reality, disaster. His health is getting worse. Trump health is getting worse. He might be the next president of the United States. JD. Yeah. So disaster, tragedy. His health is getting worse. He knows it. Everybody knows it. They're trying to keep it under wrap. That people are, that, oh, nothing's wrong with him. When things are, he's getting worse. Trump is sucking. His health is sucking. His health is getting worse. There's nothing he can do about it. They just have to grin and bear it, and they're doing that. They're just like, they feel real crap and trapped. Feel trapped. Artistic focus. They're going to try to focus on what they're going to do now that Trump's health is getting worse. They have to focus. They have to think of ideas because he's being youthful. They're thinking it says youthful. Trump is getting youthful because he's acting like a kid, And there's going to be good news at the end of the line. There's going to be good news. They're going to find out good news about his health. Maybe it's not as bad as they thought, but there's going to be good news out of it that people are going to find out he did have dementia, so they're going to find out the truth of his health. That they're going to find good news in the sense of a twisty way that, they know that he has dementia. So it's good news that they finally found out in some weird way and twist way, and he's acting like a child. He knows that Trump is acting like it says youthful. Yeah, he's getting messages from Trump that he's acting like a child. He's got dementia. I'm gonna ask that next. Childhood memories. Yeah, he thinks that Trump is acting like a childhood memories, like he's acting like a child, like he's a toddler, and they're thinking, "Oh God, we have a toddler in the White House. What are we gonna do with him?" I know good news is gonna come out that he's had dementia all the time, but and he says Trump is acting playful and like he's a child, and he says some stupid stuff. So JD knows that. That Trump is acting like a child. So he knows something's terribly wrong with his health. The tower's upright, so he knows terrible things are going to happen. I'm going to look up. What is terrible things up? The people are going to find out soon that he has dementia. Because I said that he did in another reading. Is JD going to go and go with the doctors and say that Trump has dementia and front of dementia? Is he going to be the one speaking and saying that Trump has dementia? Is JD, the vice president guy, is he going to tell the world that Trump has dementia? Please tell me. Is JD the vice president, the guy who's running? Yes, he's going to tell, but he feels like it's a failure. He feels like, God, I really don't want to tell the world, because it's a cover up. He's known for so damn long that Trump's health is fading and failing, and he feels like crap. I think he feels like crap, like he's been hiding this. The people are going to be really pissed off at him because they think he's going to be a lousy. I'll look that up to more questions. I think he feels like he feels empty and disappointed that he has to go and tell tell the media, to tell the voters and the people who didn't vote for Trump and everybody that he has this illness, his dementia. So he is going to have to tell. He feels and there's unfinished things going to happen. There's going to be business that's unfinished. He's going to have to tell things that are not half truths that are eventually going to come out. Things that are eventually going to come up. and he has nightmares. He's depressed. He has nightmares about this because he's going through stress, having to tell the world that Trump has dementia and he might have to leave office, and people are going to be pissed off at him keeping it for so long about his health, and they're not going to trust him, and he's afraid of, he feels fear, overwhelmed, he feels like he's having nightmares, maybe he's afraid that he'll be kicked out. He's going to have to do the planning. Maybe he's going to have to plan to be the next president. He has to plan ahead, because even though he has nightmares and he feels sick and he's depressed, he has to plan ahead. What's he going to do now that Trump is acting like a child and he can't be the next president? I think he'll have to plan. Maybe he's going to say he has to get out of office. Trump is going to have to leave office. And he's going to try to be charismatic like Trump used to be, and say, I'm gonna do my best being the next president. I'm gonna, he'll be like the prince. He's gonna try to be charming, and people will like him. He's gonna try to think positive, to be a good person. Will he actually become the next president? Will he become the next president? Hold on. I have to look something up. Will he become the next president? Please tell me. Will James David Vance, is he going to be the next president of the United States? Or I'll ask that. Is he going to be the next president of the United States of America? Is he going to be the next one? Please tell me. Right. James Vance, is he going to be the next president, or is there going to be someone else? All right, I'm going to do 4 here. 2 here, I guess 2. This and this. I'm going to do 2 oracle cards too. I like to do them. Alright. Which ones am I feeling close to? I'll do this one. Some of them are pain in the ass too, and sometimes I swear. Yeah, please tell me, is he going to be the next president? Alright. We'll see. Alright. Whoa, this is very telling. No, the people won't want him as president. There's going to be chaos. They're going to be calm before they get pissed off with him. So, there's going to be confusion, and he's going to be overcoming fear, because he's going to be very fearful that the people won't trust him after lying about Trump's health. So he's very fearful that people won't want him to be the president. And he's confused, and he's going to have, there's going to be anxiety. He's going to be have an anxiety attack, because he knows that people are going to be pissed off at him. So people don't really want him, but he's going to recover. In the beginning, resistance, and he thinks people will forgive him, because they know that if Trump, they come out and automatically say he has health issues, they would be pissed off. So he's going to think they're going to forgive him and recover. And he's going to go over the enemies. He's going to recover the enemies, like the Democrats and the people who don't like him. He's going to try to go above them and say, hey, I did this for the people. I didn't want people to know right away Trump had dementia, because I don't know how it'd turn out. And, people don't like the Republican Party anyway. So it seems, he wants to build something new. He wants to be a better president than Trump wants. So it says they don't want him, but he's going to try. He thinks he was careless, not telling people automatically that Trump had illness, dementia, and have illness, and having diarrhea of the mouth, and saying things that he normally, and he's he's gonna be he's gonna be a lot of no talk, no action. He's the type of person, sometimes he says something but he doesn't automatically do it, so he's like sitting in the quicksand and not necessarily moving quickly. And this he's gonna have a lot of exhaustion. He's gonna be exhausted because of all the said and done of him telling finally telling the truth, quote unquote. Finally, he'll be exhausted after the lies. He has to tell the truth finally. And conflict. There's going to be conflict because people don't want him to be the president. Now that Trump is going to be eventually out, they don't want him. They don't trust him. They don't like him because he's lied. And there's going to be risky behavior. People are going to go and say things about him and say he's going to do risky behavior. He's going to probably do something that people won't like behind their back, and they're going to find out. And he's going to be overindulged. Like maybe he wants to use people's money when he shouldn't be. But he likes to be playful. So he wants to be playful, like joke around with the staff and the people. He wants to have a good sense of humor. He doesn't want to take his life too serious like Trump did. He doesn't want to badmouth people as bad as Trump did. He wants to be playful and happy-go-lucky. And magic words through thought. He wants to have magic thoughts and feel positive whatever happens. He wants to think positive. He doesn't want to be like Trump, who was always negative and putting people down. He wants to be more positive. He wants to be more magic through thought through you. He wants to be a better president than Trump would be, because Trump was always putting people down and calling people names. He would want to be a better one and not be as nasty if he was. So right now it says he's not gonna be president. So because they lies. All right. So I'm gonna ask: is there anything James Vance wants to tell me before the end of this reading? Please tell me, is there anything else you want to tell me? I'll do 4. And I'll do two articles. Please tell me, is there anything else you want to tell me? James. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Well, these are better cards, I guess. A few of them are better. Okay. Oh, 3 came out in the article. Wow, that's unusual. All right. He wants better accomplishment. He wants to, if he becomes a president, even though the people don't want him to, they don't want him. They don't really want him. He wants exceed. He wants harmony. He doesn't want to cause problems like Trump did by yelling, like I said many times before, name calling, being a bully, being, bullying the China shop. He wants positive. He wants triumph. He wants to be a good president. He doesn't want trouble. He wants to get along with people. He does not want any problems. He doesn't want any drama like Trump did. And he's very much younger. He's even younger than me. He's in his 40s. He'd be one of the youngest presidents next to, I think, John. Excuse me, I have to move that. John F. Kennedy. The one from the 60s. He'd be the same age, around the same age. Cooperation. He wants to do good teamwork. James Vance wants teamwork in his extermination. If he becomes a president, he wants teamwork. He wants to get along with people. He doesn't want to be like Trump. I keep on saying, I'll say it, not him. He wants to get along. He wants to get along with people. He wants to be friendly with them. He has a better outlook. He wants to recognize other people's accomplishments and not be selfish, and be a good teamwork. He wants to be a good teamwork player, and he wants to listen to other people's thing, even though he's a Republican. Also, I feel like he wants new beginnings. He wants a new chapter in the Republican demonstration, and he wants breakthroughs. He wants maybe a breakthrough in Medicare, health care, not have the wars. Maybe I'll look up that before we end. I said there's going to be choices and different decisions. I think the different decision is what's he going to do about, what's going to happen once Trump is out. Is he going to stick in the war, or is he going to get out of the war? Or is it he's going to stay? I'm going to look that up. I said I would leave, but yeah, he has time to think because he's a little while till Trump gets out, and the Alaskan Liberian opens. So he's thinking of the future, what's going to happen. Like if there's a war, should he get out? The plea commitment. He wants a commitment. He wants to work with the people against the war and committed to the people in the United States to make a better government than the past extermination was. And the Snake Princess, the serpent's path to power. He wants good power and in this government and where he's going to be. I'm going to ask, is he hoping for a better turnout than what happened with, Trump? Does he want a better turnout than Trump? Does he want to work with the people and have a better, I know what I was going to remember. Is he going to get out of the war? Would James Vance, would he get, sorry, I have ADHD, but would James Vance, would he get out of the war in Iran and Pakistan, or would he be like the other guy and stay, or would he get out? Please tell me, would he get out of the war? Would he get out of the war? I'll do 4 cards plus 2. Okay, I'll do that. 1. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, and 2 article cards. Okay, please tell me, does he want to be in the war, or would he leave the war because he doesn't want that people to, despise him, or despise him and not want him? All right, right now it says that he wants to celebrate, he wants a stable instrumentation of, being in the Republican Party. He doesn't want problems. He wants to have family. He wants people to be united, not, separated, like have a civil war with the Republicans and the Democrats. He wants everybody to come together and get along. But there's going to be a betray if he goes into the White House. Defeat, wounds, loss, crisis, break down enemies. So he knows there'll be a lot of people dying in the war. People are going to lose their life if they're still in the war. And this money's going to be a problem. If we still, it says no, he doesn't want the war. I said, is he going to keep the war going? And it says no, he doesn't want to. Most of it is no, he doesn't want the war to continue. Chaos, but there's going to be chaos because, some of the Republicans said, oh, you should have stayed the way Trump was. You should have listened to Trump, but there's be control. There's going to be chaos in his presidency because they don't like him and they don't trust him, like, far as you can throw him, and lack of discipline. This lack of discipline. I guess he thought he would always be the number 2 man. Maybe he thought he could never be the president of the United States. So, and he's emotional. He's an emotional person. He gets upset very easily. He's a fire sign. Fire signs like me do get emotional. He's a fire sign and he does get emotional. But he's lack of strength and stableness, because he's not the most stable person who would run the country. and he has depression in his family. He has depression. Who wouldn't get depressed being the president of the United States or the vice president or someone working there? He's very depressed, you know. He feels negative thoughts of, oh God, what did I get myself into being the running up after Trump? You know, he's depressed. You know, God, you know, and having this war. He doesn't want the war. He wants them to, you know, he's not for the war. He's depressed because he doesn't want people to still be in the war. He doesn't want the war to continue. He doesn't want the war. So it says no, he doesn't want the war, and maybe he'll get out, even though there's going to be betray. Maybe he says he doesn't want the war, but people are keeping him. So there's going to be a lot of betray in the war, in the next, you know, presidency. There's betray. Good times to say goodbye. So maybe he knows that he has a short stint on being the president, because it's time to say goodbye. Maybe he knows it's time to say goodbye to Trump, and maybe he'll have a short stint of being in the president. I think he's not going to be in the presidency very long. Snow White and friends. Just by a trust, maybe the Republicans will trust him better than the Democrats in the next with him, you know, better than the other guy. So yeah. So he knows Trump is sick. He doesn't want the war. I think he's going to try to stop the war, even though there's going to be betray in the war during the war times. So this is what my reading about James Vance, if he becomes the next president before Trump leaves office. I think that's true what it says, because it says Trump has health issues, and he knows about it, and the people are going to finally tell after a while, after he's in office for a while, because he's going to speak to the people and tell them that Trump has dementia, and they're not going to be happy. They don't want him in office. Doesn't mean he'll be kicked out of office. They just don't want him in office because of the betray. So until my next video, take care and bye.